coming right up. For Indiana, the chance to start the year right with a win on the road and give their fans, no matter where they are, something to cheer about is next. We're back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And in just a moment, we'll hear from our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And now, a look at Boston's upcoming schedule. On Thursday and then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Paolo Banchero.
And looking at the Toronto matchup, that'll be their fourth outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Halliburton. Jalen Williams is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Navarro in at the 2 spot. And for Boston, we've got Allen. Garnett out there with Pierce. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Adebayo in at the center position. All right, everyone, the NBA season starts today. We have made it. It is a holiday for everybody.
Oh, man, the offseason felt like forever. It's great to be back. Nothing like some games that count.
Here is Paul. The Pacers making the shot. Outside, Pierce. It's Garnett on the wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Adebayo. Kicks it out to Allen. And it's Paul, top the key. Floats one up. The Pacers pull it in. Here, match up against Boston. It's how they'll tip off the new season.
Two conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, you know, each team wants to take it to the other. I'm sure we will see a lot of toying around with lineups and see what types of matchups work best.
And when Tyrese Halliburton entered the NBA, Greg, scouts were worried about his shot release point.
It's definitely lower than you would teach, but by the same token, that's why he gets it off so quickly, making it a tough shot to contest.
Now here's Paul. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
When it comes to running the pick and roll, there is no one better than Chris Paul. He's able to read the floor and manipulate the defense at an unbelievable level.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw of the night. And Adebayo, no good on that one.
And you watch Adebayo, he really has everything you could ask for from that 4-5 position. Not a stretch big per se, and that's partly why he shoots such a high percentage.
Good on the bucket.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here is Halliburton. Pass to Zubac. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
Here's against Williams. Now Garnett. Nice ball movement by Boston. Fades and shoots. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Now here's Williams. Here's Navarro. The basket is good off the assist from Williams.
Drawing, dishing. Williams there making the defense pay.
And it's Paul with the ball for Boston. Outside, Pierce. Paul against Halliburton. The shot's good from Paul.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here is Halliburton. Siakam for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Rise and fires. This is Siakam's attitude off the catch. And with these results, you understand why.
Garnett with the screen for Adebayo. Garnett outside. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Count it.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Ball outside. Down low. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist by Paul. Adebayo's got 6.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
Here's Halliburton. Banked in off the glass.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Paul outside. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is too easy for Adebayo. Once he's close to the rim, he is going to damage it.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Right now, let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
And here are the Pacers now, trailing by 2. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
The story so far has been their mid-range shooting. The analytics might not like it, but elite offenses still knock it down from that area.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside. And
he can't hit the second. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Paul passes to Adebayo. And it's blocked. Here's Navarro. He's guarded by Adebayo. Halliburton, that's good.
And he's such an efficient three-point shooter. Halliburton has an outstanding feel for when to fire from deep.
Paul kicks to Allen. Pass to Garnett. 6 on the shot clock. Count that bucket. Garnett's got his second basket of the game.
What's not to like? He's been really good so far. Good start.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. I asked him if he's focused on a particular player in the opposing lineup, and Coach stressed the message he delivered to his team about Pascal Siakam. It was simple. Don't bite on his spin move. He doesn't want his guys falling for Siakam's tricks in the low post. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Allie, thank you.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
Outside Williams. Back to Halliburton. Pass to Navarro. Out to the right wing. To the paint. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam. 5 points in the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Paul. Outside, Pierce. Over Williams. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
An excellent jump shot. Pierce doesn't need a lot of room to get that off.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Zubac. Now, here's Siakam. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Indiana. Boston trailing. Adebayo passes to Garnett. The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to Adebayo. Outside, Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Shoots a fader. Adebayo. Excellent defense there from Zubac. Here's Navarro. Defended by Pierce. Zubac trying to break loose. Navarro, good.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's ready to talk things through with them. And a new group in for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Adebayo. Pass comes in for Kevin Garnett. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. Now Beecher subbed in for Ray Allen. And Indiana with a change here, too. Obi Toppin's checked in for Pascal Siakam.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Halliburton outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by Williams. Here's the Celtics with the ball. Trailing by 2. Paul passes to Batum. Back to Paul. Williams, a screen on Halliburton. Here's Paul. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4. And here are the Pacers now. Now Halliburton. 9 points in the game so far. And Nembhard has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 3rd assist on the night. Halliburton against Paul. And finished off by Bass.
One of the best passers of all time. Paul relishes setting the pace and finding his open teammates.
Pass to Nembhard. Zubac, a screen on Pietrus. A shot by Nembhard and nobody around. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Williams sends a screen for Paul. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
All right, a chance to check out the stats for Ivica Zubac. Last year, getting it done. Averaged 10 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
He gives them a jolt of energy down low every time he comes into the game. That's something any coach loves to have.
Sinks the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Paul with the ball. 6 points for him.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Batum sets a screen for Paul. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 8 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable of playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Indiana. Batum attacking.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Walker against Batum. Walker's shot is off.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Tapping a screen on Paul. Nembhard, the pass to Siakam. Over Williams. Siakam, that's good. He has 5.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For Boston, they have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And Indiana making a change here. McConnell's checked in. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A big man who can score, rebound, and pass. This is why Siakam has become a huge piece of this team.
Siakam hits them both.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Now here's Paul. He's got 8. Pass, a screen on McConnell. Pass up top. Over Toppin. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Pacers lead by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Boston trails by 5. So with Williams on the bench, here's who Rick Carlisle's going with. Jarris Walker out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's McConnell in at the point.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
One thing you hear players talking about after they've been in the league for a while, Richard, they say the game slows down. When did that happen for you?
For me, it was probably my 3rd year. The end of my 3rd year, the game started to slow down a little bit for me. I went from 9 points to 15 to 18. The game really slowed down in that 3rd year.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Paul passes to Adebayo. Back to Paul. Adebayo with a screen for Paul. Fires from the corner. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Uses the pick so nicely. Paul gets the screen and fires away.
Here's Siakam. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Decent look from mid-range. You almost have to take that shot to keep the defense honest.
It's Pierce on the wing. Guarded by Walker. The fadeaway. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
How do you stop a good fadeaway jumper? Yeah, that's a trick question. You know.
Here's Siakam. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Williams, he's checked in for T.J. McConnell. Pierce. And then Pierce with the dunk.
And the outside shooting presence helped Pierce open up a lane there.
And so Siakam will bring it up for Indiana. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Back to you.
He has come a long way. Okay, thank you, Allie. Now, here's Adebayo. 13 points in the game. And there is a whistle. That goes on Andrew Nembhard. That's his first foul. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. And another basket for Boston.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Tapping a screen on Allen. Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Wow, Williams going up high, playing over everybody's head.
Paul passes to Garnett. Outside, Adebayo. And here's Pierce. Fires for 3. Toppin pulls it in. Inside. Back to Nembhard. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Pass to Williams. Here's Nembhard. Walker with a screen for Nembhard. Just 4 to shoot. And he makes good on the layup. Nembhard's got the game tied up here for Indiana.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Allen for the 3. Toppin pulls it in. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Paul against Nembhard. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Pass to Adebayo. Allen outside for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. And the Celtics lead by 3.
And this is Allen's go-to shot. Just a sensational shooter from the three-point line.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Indiana making a change here.
Substitution for the Pacers, number 26, Carlos.
Celtics on D. Siakam kicks to Toppin. Tapping a screen on Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nembhard finds Siakam.
And now let's take a look at the stats for Paul. Great showing for him last season. Last season, put up about 23 points per, 12 assists, and 2 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Walker's checked in for the Pacers.
And with Siakam, it's been fun to watch his post-game develop. He's got a host of moves in the paint.
Pierce feeling it out a bit over Williams. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
I'm sure Coach is going to give them an earful about that. He can't be happy with that soft interior D.
making a change here. Halliburton's checked in. Pass to Nembhard. Back to Halliburton. Outside Williams. That's good. It's Halliburton with the assist.
3 points.
Halliburton's got 4 assists in the game. And here's Pierce. 10 points for him. Kicks it out to Garnett. 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Garnett getting it done down there.
And when Garnett gets it that deep, the D is at his mercy. How about the extension when he's able to get up on that low block?
Over to the left wing. Here's Navarro. Pierce covering. Excellent D there from Pierce.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
It's Nembhard on the wing. Halliburton up top, defended by Paul. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Halliburton.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Allen. Adebayo, high post. Siakam's there. Fires from 18. And another basket for Boston.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Nembhard against him. A crossover. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Ray Allen gets one up. Pacers have been shooting right around 75% the line. 9 of 12 so far. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Robert Williams is checked in for Adebayo. Pass comes in for Kevin Garnett. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Ray Allen. And Bradley subbed in for Chris Paul. And Indiana with a change here too. Buffs jacked in, and so it's Indiana with it. Following the three-pointer by Boston. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut back down now to 4 on the bucket from Halliburton.
Making use of the corner pocket, Halliburton, such an elite level offensive player.
The Pacers making a switch here. Potter's checked in.
Substitution for the Pacers. Number 11.
Indiana on D. Here's the pass to Williams. And finished off by Williams.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Potter. Nembhard for 3. And Indiana, another 3.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here, defending the triple.
Bradley kicks to Bass. Outside Williams. Now Pierce. Just 5 to shoot. Batum with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for Paul Pierce. Last season, he played outstanding. 2nd in field goal percentage. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become number 1 this time around. Now, here's Halliburton. 14 points for him.
And I'll give this to Halliburton. He's been in attack mode all night.
Bradley kicks to Bass. Outside Williams. Outside Pierce. Over Navarro. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
And after struggling out the gate, he's looked more confident. And it's why his teammates have continued to feed him.
Some nice passing here by Indiana. Williams' shot is off. Celtics leading by 3. Right side, Batum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
Veteran play by Batum, taking his shooting motion right into the defense to get to the line.
Zubac is checked in for Indiana. Pascal Siakam comes in for Andrew Nembhard.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And they've gotten away from the inside game this quarter. It was working well for them in the first. They should get back to that game plan. Work it inside and punish the D down low.
Now here's Pierce. He's got 12. In the corner, Bradley with it. And the 3 off target. Pacer shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. To the inside. And a slam by Williams.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Now, here's Batum. He has 6. Outside, Pierce. Pass to Williams. Over in the corner, Batum. Shot on the wing. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Here's Navarro. Williams finds Siakam, and it's good. Assisting in the play was Williams.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Williams against Pierce. To the middle. The kick out to Williams. Bass with a screen for Batum. Inside. Bass can't get it to go. Indiana trails by 3. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Halliburton. Halliburton, good look inside.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Pierce. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for Boston. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Thanks so much, Rick. What did you think of your team's offensive execution in the first half?
We got to get it moving more. We got to get it driven more. They're very physical. You're trying to run plays. They blow all that stuff up. And so bottom line with our offense, we got to get some more stops. That'll help our offense.
Defense leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific, Allie. Thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Contributions from their bench, providing once again the importance of depth.
Yeah, with the way their starters play, they may also need their subs in the second half. And I'm not talking submarine sandwiches, even though I'm hungry right now.
And now, you know it, you love it. Time to see what fans are saying on social media. Here's a good one. Shaq Can't Dunk 32 wants to know, how do you guys deal with internet trolls?
Well, first of all, that's the most ridiculous name I've ever seen.
I thought it was pretty good, actually. I got a good chuckle.
Kenny, let me see your phone. Did you send that?
Jack, there's zero chance I'd ever let you touch my phone. No way.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look that he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And so it's Pierce with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. It's a one-point game. Adebayo is out there with Garnett, and it's Chris Paul. It's Pierce, and it's Allen in at the shooting guard. That's the Boston 5. And Indiana shooting has been wild. 76%. That's just unbelievable.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Paul. Allen outside. Back to Paul. Pass to Pierce. Clock at 6. Over Williams. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Here's Navarro. Defended by Paul. And there it is for him. 16 points for him. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Outside, Pierce. Back to Paul. Driving to the basket. Fires the three. And Pierce gets it to go on the assist by Paul. Pierce has got it all tied up now for the Celtics. Pierce has gone 1 of 2, shooting from 3. Halliburton outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Allen, that's good.
And this is Allen's game. One of the quickest releases we've ever seen. Amazing shooting off that pass.
Pass to Siakam. The 15-footer and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line. And the second free throw, good. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And then Pierce with a dunk.
And right now, Pierce is feeling it. His guys would be wise to keep finding him.
Indiana trails by 4. Halliburton outside. Navarro, the pass to Siakam. Halliburton outside. Here's Navarro. It's up a 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Halliburton's got assist number 5 here tonight. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Paul kicks to Garnett. Pass to Adebayo. Pierce for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Navarro. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Allen, that's good.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Pacers have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Back to Halliburton. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Paul. 10 points for him. Outside, Pierce. Back to Paul. 5 to shoot. Down low. Garnett just attacking the rim.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now here's Williams, following the shot by Chris Paul. Pass to Navarro. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. He's got 24.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
And Garnett misses. The Pacers have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
When you think about Derek White, here's a guy, RJ, who's really grown as a player in all ways.
Yeah, Derek makes smart plays. He's had that experience to see what works and what doesn't. And most often, he makes the necessary plays to put his team in a winning situation.
The Celtics have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
Halliburton for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Halliburton's got 27.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Pierce. And then Pierce with a dunk.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammates.
Halliburton on the wing. Back to Williams. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Paul Pierce.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Boston trails by 3. Now Pierce, 19 points in the game. Adebayo with a screen on Williams to the inside. And Adebayo throws it down.
And it's been an efficient game for Adebayo. He's done a nice job finding the holes in the defense.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Allen for the 3. Great positioning on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. They lead by 1. Williams passes to Siakam. Stolen by Pierce. To the paint. Kicks it out to Paul. Halliburton with the steal. Here's Navarro. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
3 points.
Halliburton's got his 8th assist here tonight.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Now here's Pierce. Outside, Adebayo. Paul outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Garnett. Oh, the tenacity of KG.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Williams against Pierce. Williams can't get it to go. Boston trailing. Paul passes to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And how about Adebayo kicking it into high gear offensively?
Outside Williams. Back to Halliburton. No good on the triple.
Just enough coverage to bother that 3-point attempt.
And the wide open shot from Paul drops in the tray. And now a 3-point Boston lead. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And you look at Adebayo. What a contribution.
And whatever the D has thrown at him, he's had an answer. His offense is coming naturally to him because he keeps things simple. You hear that, people? Keeps things simple.
Celtics making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for Indiana. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Zubac's the best in Emma. And they get it. Rebound by the Celtics. Pierce has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Adebayo. Garnett with a screen on Zubac. Adebayo kicks to Batum. 6 on the shot clock. And Adebayo throws it down.
This is how Adebayo typically gets his points. Off the roll, off the lob, or off the glass.
Halliburton outside, over Paul. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Batum passes to Adebayo. Pierce with a screen for Paul. Outside for Batum. Paul outside. Batum a screen on Halliburton. The drive by Paul. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now a 7-point Celtic lead. Halliburton outside. Siakam outside. From outside the arc, Kevin Garnett grabs the miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Now here's Paul. Outside for Batum. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Siakam passes to Zubac. Halliburton outside. Siakam sets a screen for Halliburton to stop the drought. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. He has 29.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully that fire spreads to his other guys and make him rally.
Paul passes to Batum. And it's Pierce in the corner. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Pierce has got the lead up to 8 now for the Celtics.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Navarro, and that one drops.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
Good on the triple. Pierce has got 25 points in the game.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Zubac the pass to Halliburton. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Halliburton's got 32 points in the game. And timeout called by Doc Rivers. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Williams is checked in for the Celtics. Allen comes in for Nicholas Batum. Celtics leading by 6. Paul passes to Pierce. 3 pointers off the mark.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Williams with the block.
The reach of Williams is outstanding. It uses it to perfection to deny shooting.
The shot's good from Paul.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
Halliburton for 3, and Indiana another 3.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Boston on top, up by 6. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
Hey, it's all about physical. It's all about physical. Make sure we're running back. Touch somebody.
Pleading for his team, Greg, to be more physical and aggressive.
Something we hear often from Coach Carlisle, urging his team to play tough and physical.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Indiana. Walker out there with Obi Toppin. Then it's Williams. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Navarro in at the 2. From 12 feet out, that's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Williams.
Doing his thing with that midi. Williams assertive when it comes to looking for his shot.
And Batum kicks the ball. To the middle, here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
And that is first class right there. Can you believe that dunk?
I'm not sure, Greg, I can. Nembhard, the pass to Navarro. In a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
And they've also played exceptionally well in the paint tonight, taking advantage of their opportunity to work inside.
Pass down low, working on Walker. Call outside. Bradley sets the pick for Paul. Shoots over Nembhard. Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 10 points here in the second half.
See, it's the accuracy of Paul's shooting that makes the mid-range look easy. He can take that shot all night.
Toppin dishes to Williams. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Toppin throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Kicks it out to Bradley. The offensive rebound. Out to the right wing. Bradley is screen on Nembhard. Ball against Nembhard. Paul can't get it to go. Indiana trails by 5. Williams passes to Nembhard. Here's Toppin. And the layup is good. Toppin's got 4 points this quarter.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Nembhard, the pass to Williams. Fires from the wing. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Now just a 1-point Boston lead. Nembhard against Paul. Kicks it out to Bradley. Ball's knocked loose. Williams scanning the floor.
Boston foul.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Bam Adebayo is checked in for Williams. Garnett comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Pierce in for Bradley. Zubac is checked in for the Pacers. Here's Nembhard. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Pierce with it. Adebayo with a screen on Williams. And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's his only turnover on the night. His ball security has been terrific.
And here's Indiana. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Tapping a screen on Batum. Williams attacking. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
Slashing the D to pieces on that drive. Williams is opportunistic on his attacks. It's got the speed to convert.
Outside for Batum. Down low. Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And dropping the sledgehammer there. He curves a 10-0 run by the Pacers.
Navarro, the pass to Nembhard. Now, here's Toppin. And contact. On the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes. Space in the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Pass to Pierce. Shoots the three. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Pierce has got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Yeah, how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside. Always prepared to rise and fire.
Siakam for three. And it's Paul Pierce with the rebound. Pierce has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Halliburton inside the three-point line. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
A fader. And the basket by Pierce. Pierce has got 7 now in this quarter.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Tapping kicks to Halliburton. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Pacers lead by 1.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Allen is checked in for Boston. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Paul. And it's Paul with the ball for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's the pass to Paul. Nice ball movement by Boston. Right side, Pierce. Fades. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now, here is Halliburton. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
Paul passes to Allen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Williams is checked in for Andrew Nembhard. Here's Navarro, defended by Allen. Navarro, good. He's got 34.
He is pouring it in this quarter. Maybe double team or shoot at this point in time, triple team to do.
Here's Pierce. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Siakam against Garnett. Unloads from 9. Rebound Boston. Garnett's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. Chris Paul picks up that one. First one falls for him.
Chris Paul.
He hits both from the stripe. Boston trails by 3. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And sometimes you think maybe they're just getting a little too comfortable with the lead. Maybe a bit too casual this quarter.
The Pacers shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Here's Navarro. Count that one. And the Pacers lead by 5.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
And efficiency is key, especially down the stretch.
The Celtics have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Pierce with the screen on Halliburton. Paul passes to Adebayo. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Williams against Pierce. Denied! Pierce with the block. Now Paul. Knocks down the three.
This is Paul's veteran know-how becoming a factor. He is not afraid of these moments.
Outside, Siakam. The three doesn't go.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Adebayo down low. No luck that time on a shot that would have put him on top. Ooh, it hurts. Now Siakam. It's stolen by Allen. Now Paul. Here's Adebayo.
And Bam invites so much contact inside. That's how he earns that trip to the line.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
It wasn't perfect, but it was enough to give them the lead.
Siakam. Rebounded by Allen inside.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Ball outside. 4 on the clock. Garnett, the screen. Pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
It's so challenging trying to guard Paul, especially when he's slicing passes through the defense like that.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Huge turnover. At really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
Here's Paul. Here's Boston now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. Now, Adebayo. Paul outside. Adebayo with a screen for Paul. Rebounded by Zubac. Pacers shooting the lights out in this building, 68% from the field. Now Siakam. Garnett pulls it down.
Whatever rhythm he had last quarter, it has left his body. He is having a hard time finding buckets.
Now Allen. Paul outside. Garnett with the screen for Paul. Oh, the dunk!
I've seen CP do this a million times. No one is better at running the pick and roll.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second team foul.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Taking 2 shots.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game. I I-C-E, ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
And here's Adebayo. Ball outside, from outside, missed on the three. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Here we go. Chris Paul is out there with Allen. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Garnett. And it's Pierce in at the 3 spot. Zubac, a great pass, leads him right to the rack.
Oh, perfect pick and roll right there. Halliburton with great timing as a passer makes it easy for his teammates.
Ball against Halliburton. And it's denied. Sent back by Siakam. And that one is good.
And right now, Siakam is cooking. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep feeding the hot hand.
A minute into overtime of what has been a great game so far. Allen fires, and down goes the 3.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
And they come back with a 3 of their own.
As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
In overtime here, a minute and a half off the clock. Garnett with the screen on Halliburton. Oh, the one-handed hammer.
And when Garnett has it going, he's unguardable. I love how confident and versatile he is on offense.
Halliburton. Off target from outside. And it's Adebayo with the ball for Boston. Ball outside. Allen outside. Here's Paul. Just 5 on the clock to tie it up. Rebounded by Zubac. Pacers have gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. Now Siakam. Outside Williams. Garnett with the block. And 2 shots coming up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The previous play is under review.
So effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And both free throws good for Williams.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Outside, Garnett. Halliburton against Paul. Now Garnett.
And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
Both free throws good from Kevin Garnett.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Halliburton. Fires from 14. Garnett pulls it down. Now, Adebayo. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Zubac.
And one of the more active big men in our league. Adebayo never stops working. Yeah, how about the bucket to tie with the D just all over him. The free throw to give them the lead. Just a fantastic play all around.
Oh, the layup finish off an excellent lead.
Again, unpredictable guard. Halliburton has a great feel for when to score and when to pass. Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Garnett with a screen on Halliburton. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Here's Siakam. From 14, 2 points. That one goes.
And guys, there's just an air about Halliburton. He has such belief in his abilities, and eventually others start to believe.
Got it to go.
And this is why Pierce is so special. A clutch scorer, and we've seen that in this game. Guy does not back down from the moment.
Boom. Nice use of the glass on the finish.
Time after time, he continues to do it. Chris Paul coming up big in the clutch.
Halliburton.
Huge finish from Halliburton. From the moment he entered the league, Tyrese has been clutch.
Ball right side. Garnett with a screen on Halliburton. It's Allen. From about 16, he gets it to go. And this crowd ecstatic. They are pumped up.
And what a huge shot. You talk about an excited arena.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Stolen by Allen. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Adebayo outside. Ball outside. Adebayo with a screen for Paul. Clock is at 3. The 3 is off. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Halliburton. And so we are tied again. At the end of overtime. Now we're headed to overtime number 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. And with another overtime in front of us, the question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride now on the line. Williams against Pierce. Siakam fires. Here's Navarro. A three-pointer. Good.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Ball outside. Adebayo with a screen on Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Lets it go from 14. Garnett with the block. Allen, Williams with the block. Here's Navarro. From 15 feet away, it's good.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Now Paul. Going inside, puts it right back up and in.
Wow, even against contact, defense does all they can to stop Paul inside, and he still slips by them.
Now Siakam launches it. He drills the 3.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Halliburton against Paul. Allen up top. Pulls it from 20. Rebounded by Zubac. Pacers leading by 6. Now Siakam. Outside Zubac. Up again. Hustles for the rebound and guides it back in.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Allen outside. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Now Paul. Now Adebayo. Clock at 4. For 3.
Terrific energy from Halliburton as a defender, doing his best to contest that shot.
Denied! Pierce with the block. Allen. He's off from 3.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Here's Halliburton. Outside Zubac. Outside Siakam. Now Zubac. A nice little jumper in tight.
Despite his relatively quiet night, they are still winning, and that just shows this team is more than just about one guy.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Adebayo with the ball. Ball outside. Now Allen. That one's off. Still out of sync.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
First free throw is good.
The line for the Pacers, Navarro.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Boston trails by 12. Adebayo outside. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Pacers.
Yeah, they just took over this game in the second overtime. I mean, wow, this has been impressive to watch.
Yeah, what a wild ride. I mean, sometimes you have the legs and energy to just kind of outmatch your opponent when you get to that overtime. And in this case, it was that second overtime where they were able to just put on those afterburners.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Tyrese Halliburton.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker.
Garnett with a screen on Williams, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
obviously upset to have to take a seat here, but at this point, I don't think it'll have an impact. The game's probably out of reach anyway. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Now Zubats. Oh, what a play inside.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime. And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They've used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. The double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
No doubt. I mean, when you have to dig that deep and play with that much determination to get a win, it was earned, and I tell you what, they've got to feel really good about themselves for fighting through.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. And as we part ways, we present our player of the game.